Hi guys, happy Monday, happy new week, new reading vlog, new reading week. I have lofty goals for this week. Lofty goals, considering the second half of my week is going to be devoted to family coming into town. But we still got big goals for reading. Okay, so to start the week off, quick reading update. The Clockmaker's Daughter. I'm on page, this is upside down, 294 of, I think there's 480. Yeah, 480 roughly. So I only have about 200 pages to go. I'm still feeling very disjointed and very scattered about this book, but hopeful that we're coming to a point where we can start tying things together. We just got, I will say I was a little miffed when I was in bed reading last night because we got introduced to yet another, like, it's not new character. We're starting to get back to like where our characters are. But I feel like the one character that I kind of liked, we haven't seen in pages and pages and pages. So I'm a little miffed. I'm a little bit like, oh, can we just like, is it really necessary that we go through like 5 side characters before we get to like what this is? Maybe it is necessary. I don't know yet, but I'm kind of like, let's get a move on. So that's my reading update. I do have an unboxing. Hold that thought, it's right over there. All right, I've got an unboxing for you guys. This one's really exciting, and you'll see why when I open the envelope. Rip it, rip it. Yes, they're both in here. All right, we've got The Christmas Cake Cafe by Sue Watson and An English Murder by Cyril Hale. These are my holiday books. So we're not doing an actual reading book club book pick this month. This month is just gonna be really busy for everyone. It's the holidays. I don't think that I could honestly give 100% and come up with all the questions and everything. So we've decided to do an unofficial book pick. So there aren't gonna be any like crazy book question or discussion questions, but anybody who wants to come in and join in and read, we're reading The Christmas Cake Cafe by Sue Watson, and it is heralded as a brilliantly funny, feel-good Christmas Eve. I read the first like the synopsis and the first couple like pages in the sample, and I was intrigued. I was curious. It just feels like it's gonna be like a really just like a feel-good, yeah, just a feel-good read, one of those like Hallmark movies in a book. And then this one is gonna be my Christmas Eve like read along. I'm not doing like a full readathon or anything for Christmas Eve, but I am participating this year, kind of, sort of. I kind of sort of do the Icelandic tradition of exchanging books on Christmas Eve and staying up all night reading them. Kind of, sort of. So my husband is not a big reader, so he doesn't participate. So it's me and the kids don't know how to pick out books for adults. So basically what I do is I put a book in each of their Christmas Eve boxes, and then I get a special book, like Christmas related, Christmas themed type book. Or if there's a book that I really want to really want to read and just haven't had a chance to pick up, anything like that, I'll grab it. And this is what I chose this year, An English Murder. It is one of those classic English whodunit mysteries. It takes place on Christmas Eve, and everybody, all the residents of this castle are snowed in, and there's a murder, and it just sounds like the perfect little Christmas Eve mystery. So I'm very excited to read this. There's something really pleasing about this cover. So that's my book haul. My plans for this week, to be completely honest, I really just want to finish The Clockmaker's Daughter, and then I'm gonna pick up my guilty pleasure, my new guilty pleasure series, and I'll get more into that when I actually pick it up, but I am excited for that one. It's pretty much the one thing that I just want to finish this book. That is what is driving me this week for reading. So yeah, that is where we're gonna start things off this week. I will update you guys tomorrow on how my reading is going and what all is happening. Good morning. It's Tuesday morning. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning. We've gotten off to a much better start this morning. Just very happy. I am currently on page 396 of The Clockmaker's Daughter. I have 100 pages to go, and I feel like I finally am like, I need to know what's happened. We're finally gonna find out what happened in the story in the summer that keeps getting referenced over and over and over again. Let's see. We have followed the perspectives of, I'm not gonna tell you names because I don't want to like give anything away, because some of the perspectives I feel like do need to be like kind of a shock for you as a reader. We're on our 7th perspective now. It's a little much, if you ask me honestly. I'm hoping that Kate Morton comes back in and like ties. She's already, like, I can see how all the perspectives are tying together, but I just feel like it's a whole lot of just loose, scattered ends, and I just cannot see how some of these perspectives can all get tied back in together, to be completely honest. But I'm hopeful that it can. I definitely have a favorite perspective. I think I have two. I have two like favorite perspectives, or favorite characters, you could say. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I know for a fact I'm gonna finish this book today. I know for a fact it's gonna be done today. And to be completely honest, I'm a little excited about that because I feel, I don't know, we'll see how I feel after the next 100 pages, but I feel like some of it could have been cut. And I don't know if that's because I just don't see how it's all gonna tie together or what. I don't know, but it's a really gray day outside. It's a perfect day for curling up, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm all curled up on the couch. The kids are tootling about playing. And I'm gonna try and get a little bit of reading. Good morning again. It's been about like an hour or so, an hour and a half since I updated you guys and gave you my like reading update, and it's 11:42 now, and I have finished The Clockmaker's Daughter. What rating to give this book. Honestly, I think it's gonna end up being a 3 out of 5 stars. Solid 3. Just a good rating. Not incredible. It just shows that it was a good book. I will say the last 100 pages were really good. It wasn't as climactic as I was hoping it would be. It wasn't as like, oh my god, as I hoped it would be. And I don't know if that is because the perspective that you are reading from takes kind of the thrill and drama out of it. I don't know if that just kind of takes the like the thriller aspect of it. This book's not a thriller, like this book is just adult fiction. So it's not really a thriller, like it's not intended to be a thriller or anything like that. There were a couple points that I was like, oh my gosh. The other thing I will say is reading the author's note at the end of the story actually really helped me understand the story itself. So it helped me understand why it was written the way it was written, what was done, how it was done, why it felt so scatterbrained. And why it felt kind of all over the place. There wasn't like a lot of closure either. I don't know where I'm going with that. There was closure in some aspects. Everything kind of tied together in some ways, and in other ways it was kind of not. There was no closure. I was just kind of like scatterbrained through 75% of it. The last 100 pages cleared up some stuff, but there was a lot in this book. So now that I've rambled on for 5 minutes, I am gonna go and make some lunch now. I'll be starting a new book tonight, and I'll talk to you guys about that either tonight or tomorrow. Hi! So I am like on it today with this reading vlog. It's the same day. It's still Tuesday. I wanted to give you guys a little reading update because I haven't talked to you about what I'm going to read. Obviously, I'm gonna try and finish The Happiness Advantage by Shawn Achor. I had to stop this because I just couldn't anymore. I've got like 100 pages to go. I can do this. I can read 120 pages and finish this book up. Yeah. I have 106 pages left. I can read it all. I need to finish it. So I can just be done with that chapter and move on to the next stuff. The next book that I'm gonna start, so my hope is that I finish this tonight. Like, honestly, I think I can whip out 100 pages. And then if I finish that tonight, I'm going to pick up This Same Earth by Elizabeth Hunter. This is part of the Elemental Mysteries. It is the second book. I'm going to have a book review of book 1 and 2 combined coming up in a couple weeks. Once I finish the second book, I decided to combine them together because there's not enough to talk about for them to be individual reviews, I believe. I think. The Elemental Mysteries has kind of become like a guilty pleasure read. The first book, if you recall, I read it like a couple weeks ago in a reading vlog and I didn't want to like it, and then I did like it. And it's kind of like a guilty pleasure. It's a paranormal romance, and it's like one of those just easy reads. You get sucked into it. There's not really a whole lot of like anything else to it. It's just a really easy read to do. So that is my plan for the evening, to finish The Happiness Advantage, and I want to start This Same Earth tomorrow. Crossing my fingers I can do that. Good morning, happy Thursday. So after my like crazy good vlogging day, talked to you guys all day long on Tuesday, I did not update you guys at all yesterday. It's just good times, right? So I started reading This Same Earth in the Elemental Mysteries series. This is book 2. I've said it before, I'll say it again. This series has kind of become my guilty pleasure. You know, kind of like how you have your guilty TV shows that are like your guilty pleasures and you don't ever want to say that you love them, but you kind of do. Like, you're like, oh, but they're so horrible, but you love them. This book is not horrible by any means at all. It's quite a good series, but it's a paranormal romance, which is like way not, I consider it a paranormal romance. It's probably a paranormal romance cross historical fiction. I'm definitely noticing, I'm on page 76, which I'm reading this, in case you're wondering, I'm reading this on my Kindle for 2 reasons. One, I need to get used to reading books on Kindle again, because over the next few months, like once we get everything packed up and ready to go, I'm gonna have very few physical books, just for travel purposes. So I need to, and second, because I don't like the covers of these books. Like, I'm just gonna be brutally honest, I don't like them. And so yeah, I'll just read them electronically. It'll be good. I'll still get the same enjoyment out of them. Okay, so Kindle says I'm 22% of the way through the book, roughly page 76 of 353 pages. And that was just with me reading for like 30 minutes last night. Like, I fly through these books, so that's the kind of nice thing. I enjoy them. They're just nice, light, easy reading. The start of this one is starting to be a little convenient. No matter how you put it, it's a little convenient. So there's that. But I am actually gonna get a little reading done now. It's 10 o'clock. We've already been out and about. I had a dentist appointment this morning, which y'all don't need to know, but there you go. And we've been out and about. I have to leave the house about 12:30, 12:45 or so to go pick, we've got family coming into town this weekend, so I've got to go pick them up. And so I've got about 2 hours of reading time, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. Forget responsibilities. It's a Thursday. I normally have Thursday mornings are kind of like free mornings in my schedule, so I just sit and read for a few hours and see where I get with that. I will say I am off work through until Tuesday. I go back to work on Tuesday, so I've got some free time. Family's coming to town, so we'll see how all of this shakes up. Good morning, guys. It is Friday morning. I am gonna get on here real fast because we've got family in town, so I figured I'd do a real fast update for you guys and let you know where I'm at. I am reading This Same Earth by Elizabeth Hunter, and I am on I'm 40% through, so I'm on page 135 of 353. Couple things. I feel like things got a little too easy for a little while there, in terms of the like relationship part of it. I feel like it was a little too easy. Like it all kind of fell back into place, for lack of a better term, and I feel like that was a little coinkadinkle. But otherwise, so far I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, these are just easy, really nice, just guilty pleasure type reads. You read through them super quick, super easy, and I don't really have much to say. We just had a couple of series of serious events that went boom boom boom, and now we're running off to a new place to handle said series of events. So I will keep you guys updated on my reading and what I think. Good evening, guys. I figured I would do a little update because I have something to say. I am currently 67% of the way through This Same Earth, which is the equivalent of page 230 of 353. We just had a scene where I literally wanted to pummel one of our main characters. Like I was so mad, and then I feel like she didn't adequately express her anger to the other main character, and then it just like it's gonna get brushed under the rug. I was so enjoying this book for the most part. For like, I would say 90% of it, I've been like really enjoying it. It's been a really nice like follow-up to the first book, and we see our characters kind of go through a little bit of changes and try and find their way through the new situations. But I just wanted to pummel one of the main characters, like physically just shake them and be like, why like, shut up, it's not about you, why? Yeah, that's my update. Page 251. I wanted to scream at my book. Good morning, happy Saturday. It is Saturday morning. I'm not reading update. I made it like 90% through last night. I don't know what page I'm on. I don't have it in front of me. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a heads up as to what we're doing today, because I plan on taking you guys along with me. We are gonna go to the Botanic Gardens, the United States Botanic Gardens, up in DC. They've got a train exhibit along with all the plants and everything. So I thought that would be fun for kids, get us all out of the house for a little bit. So I'll take you guys along with me as best I can, and then when we get back home, I plan on finishing This Same Earth. Like I just said, I'm 90% through. I still kind of have a couple issues with it, to be completely honest. I still have like a couple of problems, but I will get into that a little bit more later. I just really wanted to take a minute to tell you guys what we were doing today, and I'll check in with you later on. guys, so I have some updates for you. The first update is that we obviously did not go to the Botanic Gardens. We pulled up and the line was literally almost a full block down just to get into the Botanic Gardens, and that was at like 10:30, 11 o'clock this morning, so only like an hour after it opened, not even. So we decided to pass on that. We went to the National Gallery of Art instead. We did about half of it. We really enjoyed that. It was really nice, and we had some fun. Also, so you'll have seen clips of all of that by now. I also finished The Same Earth by Elizabeth Hunter. I'm giving it like a 3.5 out of 5 stars. That one scene that I talked to you guys about last night that I wanted to just shake people at, knocked it down a 1/4 of a star. I would have probably given it another 3.75 stars, but this one just didn't feel as, I think the characters just kind of grated on my nerves a little bit more in this one than in the first one. But I already went ahead and bought the 3rd book. I am well and truly like in this world and ready for this world. But I'm not gonna read that yet. I am gonna go try and finish this the Happiness Advantage or whatever. I'm gonna go try and finish it for real. And then I'm gonna pick up my Zephon book, and I kind of have the next few weeks planned out realistically, but that doesn't matter to us right now. So I'm gonna go finish The Happiness Advantage by Shawn Achor, and then after that I will pick up the Carlos Ruiz Zafón book. That'll probably be like tomorrow, I think. I don't know that I'll get to it today, but I will update you guys when I have some more reading done. Good evening, happy Sunday. It is like 7 o'clock on Sunday night and I'm only just now updating you guys. I'm actually just updating you to end the week out. I finished The Happiness Advantage by Shawn Achor last night. I don't really have a rating. I've talked about this before. I don't do rating scales for memoirs or personal development books because I feel like I'm just rating, I don't know, like people's lives and then their personal stories and what they found that works for them. If I could read the Shawn Achor book, I would give it like a 2. Definitely not one of my favorite books that I've ever read. A bit of a disappointment actually, if I'm gonna be completely honest. And I started The Labyrinth of Spirits by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. I think that's what it's called. Last night, but I'm only like 20 or 30 pages in. I didn't really get any reading done today because I fell asleep. I took a nap for the first time in years. I think I've just been so tired over the past week or 2. So that is my update. I'm gonna close things out now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be back with you next week.